have to pack ever again. I don't have to pack ever again. The media has called me a prankster.
You've proved that by being narcissistic, by going on the attack, by pushing people into a road, by invading somebody's house, by upsetting your mum, who apparently doesn't even speak to you, by upsetting your sisters. But shame on you for encouraging people of lower intelligence than you to behave in this fashion. It's not a movement, it's a grotesque lump of narcissism. Is it not?
The movement is real.
What is the movement?
What is the movement? What are you trying to achieve?
We outside in the districts every time. We outside means being outside with your inner self and not letting anyone tell you nothing, because no one can tell you anything. You are your own person at the end of the day.
So the movement is basically, don't give a toss about criminality. Go out, do what you want. Don't get a proper job. No. Don't get a proper education. What you can be, you can be like Mizzy. You can wander around, jumping in people's houses, stealing people's dogs, pushing Jewish people into the street, threatening to kill people. Who cares? What does it matter? You can go to prison for a couple of days, even though you have the intelligence to never need to go to prison. You can go to prison for a couple of days, pay the fine, offend your family. Who gives a toss?
The UK laws are weak. The UK laws are weak.
Welcome to the Mizzy Files. Now, you've probably heard about this guy over the last 2 weeks because he's been making national headlines all over social media. And it just so happens that this is not a quote-unquote YouTube prankster like he likes to label himself. This is indeed a certified criminal who documents his criminal activity and then masks it as he's pranking them. And we're going to go through each one of his criminal activity pranks and some of his most recent interviews he did on why exactly this guy is not only wrong, flat out stupid and idiotic, but deserves a far more criminal punishment than what currently UK law is doing right now. You know, American laws and UK laws are on two whole different spectrums. So to get this ball rolling, let's jump into his first prank that got him arrested. I want you to imagine that you're just sitting in your home or apartment, casually reading a book, maybe cooking, maybe spending time with your children. And then all of a sudden, because your door's unlocked, because you're expecting, I don't know, maybe your significant other to come home in the next hour, a random stranger opens your front door and walks into your house. What would you do? I want to ask you guys, my audience members, my viewers, what would you do if a random stranger walked in the front of your door?
Walking into random houses. Get into random houses, let's go.
James, come to the front door right now, please.
James?
James. Hi.
You man, come.
Hello, James.
We need to speak to James.
James.
Hi.
Hi. James.
Is this where the study group is?
No. No. What door number is this? No.
Study group. Wait, this is not where the study group is?
I got kids, man.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought this was the study group. I actually thought.
Let me tell you something. If Mizzy did this in America, right, walked into any stranger's house, you would be shot on sight. Not only is the potential for this to be extremely dangerous, but you're an intruder you're breaking into somebody's home who you don't have consent of. I shouldn't have to explain to you why doing this is wrong. I like to think that you guys are intelligent enough to figure out why this would be invasive, why this would be a criminal act. But leave it to Mizzy for this not to even question why he would do this. But later on, he gives some interesting excuses, explanations for why he does what he does. So after this house break-in, he was charged with a 2-year order of criminal behavior, essentially a slap on the wrist, basically saying, don't do this anymore. And he was hit with a 365 euro fine, which is really just a slap on the wrist. It's pathetic. UK law is pathetic. I'm sorry, but like, if this happened in America, he would already have a felony for doing this. Considering that this 2-year order, what does Mizzy do directly after he gets charged and fined? He then proceeds to hijack a train. And what I mean by hijack is I'll just show you the video.
How is that just... Hey, what? How did you get in there? Hey, let me get in here. We outside! Hey! Hey, the man, let's go! We outside! Hello, can I call the police? The people on the train!
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, time's up.
It is illegal for normal citizens to go into the main conductor area of the control center of where these trains controls are. But leave it to Mizzy, right after he was charged with this stuff, he does it again, making an absolute joke of the UK court system. Congratulations! You know, at least he is highlighting how bad UK law is. But I just want you to think for a split second, had he, I don't know, hit controls or did something press certain, because you saw that he pressed buttons on that. We already know that train accidents already do happen. Derailings happen. Just imagine if he had done something more severe or somebody could have potentially gotten hurt. I would like to mention briefly is that Mizzy's mother actually made a statement saying that she will not allow her son Mizzy to come live at home with her anymore. So good on the mom, because she doesn't support his behavior, his antics, his criminal pranks. She wants nothing to do with him until he changes his life. And that's a good mom right there. But unfortunately, I don't think that Mizzy is capable of genuine, authentic change. This is not someone who has empathy. This is not somebody who has sympathy.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you.
For supporting the sponsor of the channel today, you know of them. Vance Global. Vance Global specializes in a wide variety of different products that will suit your personal needs combined with your taste buds. No matter what you crave, they have 3 different varieties of smokes. They all hit differently, but they're smooth. They have biodegradable filters. They're made with no additives or pesticides. This is a product that I can stand behind. This is their new product that was just released a few months ago, and I can't get enough of this stuff. You will go through this cartridge so quickly, so fast. It hits like a tank and will leave you craving for more. Hey, but if putting things in your lungs is not your specialty, and instead you just want to eat, I know that feeling all too well. If you go to their website at vanceglobal.com, you're gonna find they also have gummies. 3 different types of variations of gummies, mind you. So if you would like to support the channel, go to vanceglobal.com and use code REPSION at checkout. You're gonna get 20% off all of your orders. Free shipping and ships to all 50 states directly to your mailbox. Support the channel, click the link. Mizzy's next prank is to go up to a stranger and steal their dog. Yes, steal their... I just want you to think about that. Think about your cat, think about your dog, your hamster, whatever animal you have, and somebody walks up to you, pets your animal, hey, can I pet it? And then grabs your dog and runs off. How would you respond as a viewer? It's okay if you want to say that you commit violence. I understand. I support that. I think most animal owners, if somebody came and grabbed your animal and ran off with it, you would turn into an absolute menace to society, causing absolute destruction in your path to get your animal back, no matter who you hurt in the process, because that hurt is deserved because that person stole a loved one. Your animal, your child. Kidnapping somebody's dog is no different than kidnapping a child to me. Animals are family. You don't do this shit.
Hello.
Hi.
You got a nice dog?
Sorry?
You got a nice dog?
She's lovely, she's family dog.
Big gang, whole lot of gangs. We outside! We outside! We outside! We're all gonna fucking dog! We outside every single time!
The next prank Mizzy did was assaulting an Orthodox Jew. Let's just physically touch and grab and leapfrog over someone because of their Jewish hat. Let's then proceed to go into a Jewish person's house, steal somebody's hat, and then mock somebody specifically for being Jewish.
Mizzy caught some heat in February of this year when he made a series of videos harassing Orthodox Jews around London. In one video, he can be seen sneaking up behind a young Jewish man as he waits at a bus stop. Mizzy then jumps into the air, places his hands on the victim's shoulders, and attempts to leapfrog over him. In another video, he walks into the home of a Jewish family who happened to leave their door open. And in another, he brags about a hat he stole off the head of an Orthodox Jewish man.
Guys, I'm a Jew.
Following backlash and claims of anti-Semitism following those videos, Mizzy claimed he wasn't targeting Jews specifically and said, quote, "I don't discriminate. A lot of videos just are in my area effing around with people. Jewish people, black people, white people. Mizzy was arrested for harassment following these videos, but he did not face any serious charges.
Good job, UK laws, for really taking criminal behavior seriously. So you tell me, you know, is that someone actually being anti-Semitic? This is not just a joke. This is specifically going out of his way to target people who are Jewish. That in of itself is a problem. I don't need to explain to you why. But hey, we're still not done, guys. We're still not done. I know what you're thinking. How could this possibly continue to be going on? How is he not in prison? Does the UK even have prisons? No, instead now Mizzy starts walking up to complete strangers in public and asking them, do you want to die? No, I'm not exaggerating to this. And you can instantly tell by this video, you can see how uncomfortable some of these people are. I mean, naturally anybody would, but if you walked into a Home Depot or any like a Walmart, right, and went up to a random guy with a cowboy hat and said, do you want to die? That is a direct threat on somebody's life. But he diminishes this threat as, oh, it's a prank. Causing somebody trauma and making them fearful for their lives is not a prank, Mizzy. And I'm actually convinced that Mizzy has some mental health related issues, because I've never seen somebody go this far out. People do dumb pranks, don't get me wrong. We know how the pranks world works, and people will do a lot of things for clicks and views and to get that clout on, and just that popularity, that adrenaline rush of that influx of views and everything that comes along with it. People do stupid shit, I get it. But this is not like a 1 or 2 time incident. This is continuously, and there is no end in sight.
Where going, fam? It's you with the glasses. Bro, yeah, do the die.
What? I listen.
Oh, no, it's not. Basically, man, saw you from over there, yeah? Take a seat. Take a seat, bro.
Take a seat.
Alright, can you take a seat? Get a dye. Look, dye. It's hair dye, bro. It's just hair dye. It's just hair dye, bro. Like, your hair. I just saw you from over there.
Hey, man, just kind of scaring me, man.
The camera's there, bro. It's not even like that. I'm sorry, bro. Yo, bro. Well, go on, fam. I saw you from over there, yeah? Stop, bro. Stop, fam. I saw you from over there, bro. Do not die, fam. Stop, bro. Hey, yo. Do not die, bro. Hey, bro, do not die. Yo. I do not die, bro. Hey, back it out. Back it out, bro.
Leave me alone.
Bro, why are you going into a shop for? Back it out, fam.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Back it out, bro.
Leave me alone.
Back it out, bro. It's just dye, bro. It's just hair. It's just hair dye, bro. It's just hair dye, bro. Look, the camera's right there, bro. Because you can actually die. I saw you from over there. I like your hair still. You got some nice hair. It's nice and luscious. I'm perfectly fine. We're gonna die. Huh? Why are you just smiling at me? Oh. I asked him a question, a serious question. Do you wanna die?
No.
Why?
Because you still touching him.
Why?
Because.
You wanna die? You sure?
Yeah.
I saw you from over there. You're just looking like you wanted to die.
When did we look at you?
Well, you was looking at me this whole time. Do you wanna die? Nah, bro. Bro. Do you wanna die, bro? Bro, don't even answer that right now. Is it serious, bro? You trying to answer the phone? Who's calling you? They can wait. They can wait, bro. Then to die, bro, because I can take it out right now, bro.
What's wrong?
Huh?
What's wrong?
I can take it out right now. Do you want to die? Yes or no? Half speak. I'm talking to you, bro. You don't want to die? Swat me then. Swat. I lied to you, bro. I don't know why you're laughing as well, bro. Just I take it out right now.
Out.
Huh?
What are you doing?
What do you mean what am I doing?
Get out of my car.
This is my Uber.
No.
You just pulled in. I've been waiting for time.
Get out of the way. It's not an Uber. Get out, mate.
Why?
This is not an Uber, so get out of my car.
This is an Uber. I insist.
Get out of my car.
Why are you getting angry for?
Because it's not an Uber.
Why are you getting angry for? Do you want to get angry? Because we can get angry. Don't close the door. Don't close. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just go now, mate.
Okay, so then what was the problem?
Because I'm not an Uber driver.
Why? The dust isn't my Uber.
prank that Mizzy did is he walked into a library and started destroying library books.
Alright, boom, we're in the library. Hey, you man are dragging it, bro. Trying to get me nicked out here. And I said, rip a book in front of the people, then. Hey, fuck it, let's just do it. Any book. Alright, come, cameraman. I'm sorry. Come, let's go. Excuse me, what can I take the book here? Oh, sure. Let me just. You're right.
Yeah, fine, thank you.
I just got a bit of. Can I get this book, please?
Right, okay, just 1 minute. It's TikTok.
You're weird. TikTok video ripping books, no?
Excuse me, what's your book, babe? You need to get out.
This is not. This is what we did.
Is that your book from home?
No, it's not.
Is it the library?
Yeah.
Then you cannot do that, guys.
Why can't I do that? But the library, if I can get books from the library, why can't I rip the pages out of the books as well?
Because then other people can't use them.
So who gives a fuck about other people?
I don't know if you guys know, but there are a lot of books behind me. Majority of them are all Star Wars. But I like reading. I like books. And over here on this side of the wall is all like evolution, science, Darwinism, all sorts of crazy books that I just love reading books. So just seeing this is upsetting to me because books are really such a vital informational piece of literature that we can consume and learn from. And here he is, just walks into a library, starts ripping the pages. Why? Because he can. Because he knows that he can get away with it because the UK doesn't give a fucking shit about their criminals that just apparently keep... And mind you, he did this after already having a vandalism order, a trespassing order, a harassment order, a public nuisance order. Like, the courts just keep throwing these little slaps on the wrist that he just keeps doing it because because these judges don't know how to actually judge. Why is this okay? Why is the judges in the UK not actually doing something to stop this? Do you guys remember the ice cream prank of people going into stores, grabbing a tub of ice cream, licking it, and putting it back? Well, it just so happens that those people, even though that was almost 4 years ago, thought it was the most hilarious prank, actually committed a felony crime that was classified under food tampering, which resulted in a $10,000 fine on top of serving 20 years in prison. So to say that I'm not angry in this X-Files video on Mizzy is an understatement because punishments that this guy is receiving for what he's doing is so minimal, it does nothing to incentivize him not to do it again. And I believe when you have chronic people like this or who have mental health related issues, I don't know if he does, but I like to think that he does because no normal person continues to keep doing something after they've been told not to do it by the judge in the courts. Sometimes a judge needs to make a lesson out of somebody, and Mizzy is the perfect person. Hey, Mizzy, please come over to America, try this shit, see what happens. Or more recently, the guy who flew up in a plane and then jumped out of the plane and crashed the plane. Yes, for a prank, he was charged. Imagine had that plane crash and harm somebody's home or hit a camper out in the woods. Like, the level of insanity that we're reaching for people wanting to get these clicks, to get attention from this, is so astronomically dangerous that we need to slam our fists down and stand up to people who are having crimes committed against them in the name of views and pranks. But hey, we're not done yet. Now, we're gonna watch his interview with Piers Morgan, and I'm gonna provide some commentary.
Well, as public anger grew this week, London's Met Police announced they were looking for Mizzy, real name Bakari Bronzagaro. The law caught up with him, and today he was fined £365 and given a criminal behaviour order, which is supposed to ban him from posting to social media without the written permission of the people in his videos. You might think that's not much of a punishment or much of a deterrent. But what does he think? Well, fresh from the courtroom, he's here now. All right, well, good evening to you.
Hello, Piers. Long time no see.
What do you mean, long time no see?
Last time I hopped on your thing with my friend.
Oh, that's right, you appeared in the background, didn't you?
Mate. Mate.
OK, well, I'm not your mate. What I am is an interviewer who I'm curious about what has been motivating you to terrorise the people around where you live. Why do it?
I wouldn't really call it terrorizing. I would just call it more having fun.
Mizzy, you're not in the position to tell people that it's having fun. You don't know the psychological effects of you stealing somebody's dog can have on somebody. You don't know the fear or trauma that can come with somebody breaking into their home. You don't get to define how people feel from your crimes that you commit on them.
But let's get this out of the way first. I apologise. You see this situation that blew up on the internet, the walking into random houses? The next day, I apologised to the woman because I felt bad, innit? Like, deeper than social media. Like, it went deeper than social media. That's why I didn't record it. She recorded me apologising to her. I told her sorry, and she explained that she was terrified because her children were in the house. And I understood it.
What were you doing in the house?
What was I doing in the house? I don't know. It was a stupid video. Like, I got peer pressured to say it. I don't want to say it like in that way, but...
Or somebody else's fault?
I'm not blaming it on no one else.
I mean, you break into a house with a woman and a husband and two young kids.
I went into the house on my own accord.
No, I'm just saying, okay, you went through their door, right? But it's not your house. You're not supposed to be in there.
Oh, no shit.
You are causing a lot of alarm to that poor woman and to her children who are in the house. You then terrorise this poor elderly woman and take her dog away and traumatise her.
Oh, so the story about that... Hang on. Let me speak.
No,
yeah, because no. Let me speak. Let me speak. No.
I'm going to tell you.
Let me talk about that situation.
No, for the viewers who... No, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
For the viewers who don't know what you've done,
hold up.
I'm going to tell them.
Hold up.
No, you hold on.
TV right now.
No, you can hold on.
Right now.
I'm explaining.
It's been going viral everywhere.
I'm explaining.
They already know what's been happening.
Don't just keep talking like an idiot. Right? Don't. Let me finish what the viewers don't know you did. You go up and you do these things. You take a dog from an elderly woman. You leapfrog over the top of an Orthodox Jewish man standing at the side of the road minding his own business. You go up to women in the street and say, do you want to die?
It wasn't a woman, it was a man. And she even
There were also women that you did this to.
There was maybe a woman there, but I only say it to the man.
Mizzy, why does their gender matter? It doesn't. Nobody wants a random stranger coming up to them and telling them, do you want to die? That's not a normal thing a normal civilian just wants to say to someone.
Why cause so much alarm and distress to so many people? Do you get your kicks out of doing that?
Not necessarily, but you could say that this whole public outroar just makes me laugh because people are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. And that's how I see it as.
What do you mean?
People are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. Everyone acts like they have this persona like they don't care. Social media is a facade, this, that, and the other. But when me comes out and does the mad thing, everyone has something to say.
It's not a mad thing.
It's the mad thing. It's the mad thing. You already said it was the mad thing. It's the mad thing.
No, it's not mad. It's moronic. It's the kind of thing anybody could do, and you do it for kicks and you do it for clicks, and you get your little moment on TikTok, and presumably your peer group that you referenced earlier, they all think, good on you. Good on you, Mizzy. This is hilarious. Meanwhile, some poor woman thinks you've stolen her dog and is traumatised. Another woman has her 2 kids and you're bursting into their house uninvited.
All right.
Right, you're jumping on Jewish people.
See, I was
right,
jumping on Jewish people. Hold up, wait a minute, no, stop.
You did.
Cool, it was a Jewish person, cool. But there was a trend going around on TikTok called 300. I've done this to numerous people, black people, white people, Asian, any types of people. I don't discriminate. So don't stop saying Orthodox Jewish person like I only targeted him and it was only him that I went for.
Why are you targeting anybody in that manner?
What do you mean, why am I targeting anyone? It was a trend. It was a trend. I just done it for a trend.
What's the trend? What's the trend?
300, jump over someone at the time of the beat.
However much you scare them.
However much you scare them.
Or even if you push them into a car.
No, that didn't happen though, because I saw.
It didn't happen by chance.
It didn't happen, but it didn't happen.
A lot of the stuff that you do could have consequences far more serious. But you don't care, do you? As long as you get a laugh.
I have remorse for all of these things.
You don't have any remorse.
What do you mean I don't have any remorse? How are you telling me?
You have no remorse.
Are you in my life? Do you live in my life?
You know how he can say that you don't have remorse? Is because somebody with remorse wouldn't do an act like that after they've been charged for a crime. If somebody's remorseful for something they do, they don't do it again. It really comes down to that level of simplicity of, do you have remorse for a crime you've done? For hurting someone? You don't do it again.
Huh?
Are you there for my pranks? Have you been there in my life?
What's your life? Tell me.
You tell me my life.
Presumably, this is whether...
Presumably,
are you about,
my life.
Presumably, you're about to tell me the sob story, are you? What's the sob story?
There's no sob story.
Well, go on then. What's so bad about your life that makes you do this?
My whole life, innit? I just do it for fun. On or off camera, I do my thing.
Tell me about your life. What justifies this?
What's
happened to you that makes you think you're justified in doing this?
What do you mean tell me about my life?
Well, you said you don't know anything about your life. Tell me about your life.
Because you're trying to get onto me because I'm black. Because I guarantee
because you're black?
Yeah, I guarantee if I don't
give a damn about your skin colour.
Really?
And there you have it. I knew when I was watching this interview it was going to happen. Now he's pulling the race card. The race card. Nobody's mentioned his race. No, I don't care about his race. Piers Morgan doesn't care about his race. The people who are angry don't care about his race. Nobody wants to make this about race except you because you're a professional victim. You want to commit crimes and then point fingers at other people and point at the internet saying, I don't know why the internet's angry. It didn't happen to them. No, it didn't happen to them. But those people have sympathy and empathy for a crime that's committed against other people.
No. Why would I care what colour your skin is? Really? I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot too.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled to.
Yeah, so are you. So
this
like,
show's
fine.
called Uncensored. I think you're an idiot for what you've been doing. Okay. I also think you're an idiot for playing the race card when no one's mentioned your skin colour.
Really? Okay, you don't have to mention it to...
I don't care about your skin colour, Mizzy. I care about the fact that you've been terrorising all these people for a sustained period of time. I also care about the fact you've only got a tiny fine today. No deterrent to you whatsoever. You don't show any real remorse. You don't really care, do you?
The UK laws are weak, simple as. And that's not, the UK laws are weak, simple as, and that's not my fault.
As much as I hate this guy, he does make a point that I've been reiterating this whole fucking video. UK laws are weak, or the judges are just dog shit. One of the two.
That's not my fault. Like, in America...
What do your family make of what you've been doing?
What do my family make? Well, I don't chat to my mum anymore. And
why not?
Why not? Because I just don't talk to her. It's irrelevant to you, but I just don't chat to her, innit?
Because she's disappointed in you. Because she doesn't want you. She doesn't want anything to do with you as her son. She's ashamed and embarrassed of you. She's humiliated by you. That in of itself should be something to motivate you to be better. To fix that relationship with your mom.
Personally.
I don't think you felt bad.
Okay, well, you can say that. You can say that. I'm telling you.
I think you felt bad.
No, see, you're interrupting me. Why are you interrupting me? I'm talking.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm talking.
Carry on being an idiot.
Okay, we are siding the districts every time.
I'm actually not going to call you Mizzy, because it's obviously a stage. I'll call you Bakari Bronze, right?
All right.
Bakari Bronze, let's try and talk to each other as human beings.
All right, Piers.
All right? Yeah, I'm trying to understand why there's no real remorse here. Why do you not understand
what do you mean why there's no real remorse?
Consequences of your actions
I went to go apologise off social media. I could have recorded that apology and that would have been another viral video. Whether it's hate or whatever, literally, hate brings money, hate brings likes, hate brings views. It doesn't matter. Love or hate, it still brings views.
Why do you prefer to do the hateful stuff?
It's not like I prefer to do the hateful stuff. It's just like it's easier to do the hateful stuff.
Why are you laughing?
And
it's fun?
Obviously, I don't think it's fun, but you're a funny person.
You do think it's funny?
You're a funny person.
You do. I've seen the videos. You do think it's just really funny.
At the time, I think it's funny. My fan base thinks it's funny, and it's we outside, innit? It's a movement. But deep down,
what's the movement?
Deep down, being free and not letting anyone tell you nothing. That's why I can do all of this stuff. I'm the most hated person on the internet right now.
No, you're not. Most people don't know who you are.
Okay then, whatever you say, innit? Whatever you say.
Most people watching this will have never heard of you and care
whatever
even
you say,
less.
well, now they are. You just brought it to me. Now they are.
They'll just look at the way you're behaving now and they'll think, yeah, he's a complete moron.
All right, and you're a complete moron. You keep cutting me, interrupting me when I'm trying to talk.
Because you keep talking in this animated manner, trying to stop me asking you any questions. And then you say, is it because I'm black? As if somehow it's about a racial
thing. He's going back to the race card. Why are you going back to that? I said that once.
No, you mentioned it. I mentioned
either A, you're so goddamn dumb that you can't conceptualize that he's literally quoting you back in the statement that you mentioned earlier, and now you're trying to gaslight him into bringing up race when you were the original person who brought up race. He's trying to make the point that you brought up race when it had nothing to do with the conversation, and now you're trying to flip gaslight him into saying that he's the one bragging about race when it was you. Wow.
I've never once mentioned your skin colour.
All right, cool. Go on.
I don't care what colour you are.
All right.
If you were white, I'd have exactly the same view about your moronic behaviour.
All right.
But I'm curious, who in your family is there to tell you this is wrong?
Why do you need to go to my family? I'm my own person, so talk about me.
Because you don't...
No.
Because you don't...
Talk about me, not my family.
Yes, but here's the problem.
What's the problem?
You are clearly a product of your upbringing.
No, I'm not. I'm my own person. I've always been my own person.
You've had no one to tell you this is wrong.
Of course, people have told me it's wrong. Family, friends, everyone's told me it's wrong.
Who's told you it's wrong?
What do you mean? My own mother told me it's wrong. There's been situations between me and my mum where I
Right, so your mother doesn't like what you're doing.
Of course, yeah.
So why don't you stop doing it? Because my mother told me to stop doing something.
Okay, and that's your mother. You listen to your mother. You listen to somebody else. I'm my own person. I'm legally an adult now, so I can do what I want.
What are you going to do now?
What am I going to do now? Twitter, Mizzy is banned, and I'm going to be on Twitch. Yeah, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, IRL streams, gaming streams.
You're going to stream on Twitch, man? Of all platforms? You're going to be banned within a goddamn week, if not a goddamn day. 24 hours, you do any, of all the sites, yes, you've been banned on TikTok, you deserve to be banned on YouTube, you deserve to be banned on every single platform that there is because you're committing crimes. And all these young, stupid people under the 18, maybe 19 or a little bit younger see you and they're like, maybe I can copy him, the things that he's doing because look at how much publicity he's getting. All it takes is doing this criminal behavior to the wrong person, Mizzy. The one wrong person you do this to, and you could be killed. I've never even seen an interview where there's so little lack of accountability. And the fact that Mizzy isn't locked up shows you how broken the UK system really is in regards to its legal process. You can't even have an intelligent or mature, civilized conversation with Mizzy whatsoever. Here's the thing, look, I'm 31 years of age now, right? I started on YouTube when I was 16. And every time I mention in a video about like the younger generation, people always groan. They're like, not everybody in the younger generation is like that. Obviously, I know, I'm aware. But if you want a perfect example of the younger generation, Mizzy is a great way to enter that, to look at him as an example of what so many people see and look up to. One of the things that Mizzy does is he specifically targets individuals who don't know how to react or respond to what he's doing. Mizzy's behavior is sadistic in nature. It's vile, and I can't even imagine being a man or a woman in public and having somebody go up to you and say this type of stuff like, do you want to die? And not being afraid for my life at that point. How are you supposed to react? Especially if you don't have pepper spray or a gun on you. What are you supposed to do in a situation like that? And the fact that Mizzy gets so emotional and so worked up when his family's brought up goes to show that maybe deep down inside him, he realizes how much a failure of a son he is and why nobody in his family wants any association with him. But Mizzy, you can change that at any point in your life. I believe that any single person, no matter how much I hate them or no matter how insufferable they are, can change to be a better person. And right now, it is your time to do that before you prank the wrong person with an illegal crime and you end up getting harmed, or the person reacts and commits justice on you. Because clearly the UK laws aren't doing justice, so maybe it's time for somebody to take it into their own hands when you violate them.